ẹ ṣé gan ni pé ẹ congratulate wa. Kí ni congratulations in Yorùbá? So ẹ ṣé gan ni mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Yes, Ọjọ́ Alẹ́ is the title of the new film. The English name is title is Twilight. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí ọjọ́ alẹ́ gbogbo wa dà. So ọjọ́ alẹ́, ẹ bá dẹ̀ wo ọjọ́ alẹ́ náà, ẹ máa rí pé àwọn màmá mi àti bàbá mi tán wà ní ọjọ́ àárọ̀ so to say náà ni àwọn tán wà nínú film yẹn. So yes, ọjọ́ alẹ́. A máa parí production, so a máa ṣe premiere yìí lágbára Ọlọ́run ní the Saturday the 27th of January 2024, which is in few days time. Ní Viva Cinema ní Ìkẹjà. Ṣé Jara Mall ni wọ́n pè? Ìkẹjà. Yes, Simbi Atabiola Way, Viva Cinema.
So kí ni ká máa wò ọjọ́ yẹn? Àwọn kí làwọn ló máa ṣe lọ́jọ́ yẹn?
Okay, èmi náà inú mi ń dùn. I'm excited about the day because this film is dedicated to all our past heroes in our industry. Àwọn àgbààgbà wa tí wọ́n ti lọ, Ọlọ́run fọ̀run kẹ́ gbogbo wọn. And ẹ wá rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn àgbààgbà tẹ́ máa wò ó pé ibo ni bàbá yìí wà, ibo ni màmá yìí wà, ẹ máa rí wọn jọ yẹn lágbára Ọlọ́run. So it's something exciting. They are the star of the day. Àwọn gangan ni. So you will see them in different shapes and forms, and be able to, and it's amazing. It will be amazing for them to come together again, because when we're filming the Ọjọ́ Alẹ́ itself, new location, we have over like nearly 100 of them on that set. And you will be so surprised that some of them will see each other and say, you won't know she was. The last time I saw you, it was 35 years ago. The last time I saw you was 45 years ago, some of them. So it was very, very interesting. Láti rí wọn pé they are happy, and they felt like, one of them even said, rí bí gbogbo wọn ṣe wà lótẹ́ẹ̀lì yìí. Ó dàbí ìgbà ní ayé ìgbà yẹn tá a máa wà lábẹ́ igi ní National Theatre, pé bó ṣe feel nìyẹn. So that gave me a lot of joy also seeing that. So it will be another gathering. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn tí wọ́n lè make ẹ̀ wá sínú film náà, they will also be there. So lágbára Ọlọ́run, we'll see more people than the people in the film itself.
Kí ni díẹ̀ tí ẹ ṣe decide láti focus on àwọn àgbàlagbà ní theatre?
Okay. Well, I've been in the industry since 95. So ọ̀gá mi gangan ni Jídé Kòsọ́kọ́, ọmọọba Prince Jídé Kòsọ́kọ́. So àwọn gangan náà train me. Nígbà yẹn we are part of Fadeyi caucus. So we always have this caucus then. And our Fadeyi, you know, we have Odunfa caucus, you have the Ebute Meta, you have Meron. So we're the Fadeyi caucus, we're to comprise of different àwọn ọ̀gá yẹn, Baba Kukute, Baba Laron of blessed memory, Baba Lesho. So there was a lot of us in Fadeyi caucus. So Pakasumu. So we're all there. So we're like family, even in that caucus then. So when I left Nigeria, I'll say, well, I miss a lot of them. But pardon?
What year did you leave?
I left Nigeria in 2005, February 2005. So when I left Nigeria, I miss them. I still talk to a lot of them, be Baba Laron then. And just all of a sudden, Doyin Alaron Maku. It's like, it just felt like my world shattered. But because we all have this bond, Amanche Riaza Opapo and all of that. So just bit by bit, we keep losing them. So nígbà tí mo máa padà wá sí Nigeria pé okay, mo fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa ṣe production padà, I was going to focus. I don't know, there's this thing I have for the elderly, because I think we all work towards, I think that's their vulnerable stage in life, and a lot of them have like a lot of unfulfilled dreams. Happiness is very important to me, and I think every one of us should be able to afford the basic needs of life. So Timba wa ń gbọ́ pé àwọn bàbá yìí, and especially lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ìtàn gbé wọn lọ sórí social media, and I know ẹ̀yin audience wa náà ẹ ní a way of like saying a lot of negative things. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a máa wà considerate, especially tó bá jẹ́ ń pa àwọn àgbààgbà yẹn bóyá gbé wọn wá wọn ṣe pé àwọn ní theatre tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ and all of that. And in this our industry gangan, mo mọyì èèyàn tí Jídé Kòsọ́kọ́ nìkan fún lówó oúnjẹ lára wa, because oní theatre ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn bàbá yẹn màmá yẹn gbà yẹn gbogbo family wọn ló wà against wọn for being in theatre, nítorí wọ́n máa ń rí bí lazy job. ń pé kí ló dé iṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ ń pé gbogbo yín in those days is like barter wọ́n máa ní bá mi ṣe kémi náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe kò ń ṣe ń pọ́n máa ń rí lì gbowó iṣẹ́ so bá mi ṣe ká bá wa ṣe kó lọ sí kinní kan owó ẹ̀ ló máa lọ láti fi lọ sí location a lot of time so àwọn people yẹn gbà yẹn náà so is this barter business wọn ni gbogbo wọn bá but some people are more fortunate than others so kọ́lọ́n jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa náà máa wà fortunate láyé so nítorí ẹ̀ ni so you will see a lot of them ń pé ẹ máa rí Jídé Kòsọ́kọ́ ó ní iye èèyàn tó jẹ́ àwọn oní tíátà tó jẹ́ pé òun ló ń sanwó school ọmọ wọn tó jẹ́ pé òun ló ń fún wọn ní allowance and all of that ẹ máa rẹ́ni tí Latin ṣe fún ẹ máa rẹ́ni tí Fẹ́mi Adébáyọ̀ gbogbo àwa kéékèèké gangan ta bá àwọn bàbá wa lẹ́nu èyí náà ẹ máa rẹ́ni tí gbogbo jẹ́ pé everybody ń help underground because we are each other's family nǹkan tí kò kí ń yí àwọn tó wà lórí social media nìyẹn máa wò pé àwọn èèyàn wọn ò lè help wọn bọ́ kó lè tó just like Nigeria ẹ sì máa ráwọn tán ní poverty ẹ máa ráwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà rich àwọn tẹrò pọ́n lówó yẹn náà bùkátà tó wà lọ́rùn wọn láàárín industry wa so they need to change the narrative of pé èèyàn kan kò kí ń help àwọn àgbààgbà wọn gbogbo any single person ẹ bá bú pátápátá gbogbo every person tí ara ẹ̀ ò ti yá pátápátá tí èèyàn kan ní onítíátà mọ̀ pé nǹkan kan ń ṣe kò sí bí wọ́n ṣe ní help kò dẹ̀ sí bí associate I'm the president of TAMPAN UK Theatre Art and Motion Pictures Practitioners of Nigeria in the UK chapter so I know what the association itself tó ń ṣe fún members some people so what I've done in this film is mo make sure it's not about association the ANTP ni o TAMPAN because we all came from ANTP so there's TAMPAN there's ANTP there's ambassador any bá má ṣẹgbẹ́ rárá as far as you're an elder over 60 in this our industry or even under 60 if you know you are struggling then this thing I'm trying to create nítorí a lot of them kí wọ́n má fún wọn lówó they want to work they just want to be busy because if you love theatre itself tí o bá ń lọ sí location tí gbogbo wa wà pọ̀ á ti máa gbàgbé problem wa nítorí gbogbo wa wà pọ̀ but tó bá wà ń lọ́lé o lè tún gbé problem ẹ̀ padà ń pé mo mọ̀ pé wọn ò fún mi lówó iṣẹ́ o and all of that and I did few interviews that will come out from àwọn àgbààgbà yìí tí wọ́n ń sọ experience ẹ mọ̀ páyé ìgbà yẹn náà before the days of YouTube kìnnìkan lóyin theatre ti wà so àwọn àgbààgbà yìí ẹlòmíì kan máa ya aṣọ mọ́ lọ́rùn nítorí ó ń ṣe àjẹ́ nínú film ó wà so a lot of people have gone through so we are each other's family no matter what tí ará àta sọ we help each other as much as we can but àwa ń wò ó pé okay what are the other ways tó lè tún gbà work tó lè jẹ́ kó kárí díẹ̀ if healthcare is taken care of ṣe mọ̀ pé big problem wa ló ti take care of yẹn mo láwọn àgbààgbà míì wọn lè afford láti ra oògùn blood pressure 4,000 naira in a month so ẹ wò ó pé èèyàn mélòó láti ní family Jídé Kòsọ́kọ́ ní family everybody ní family Délé Odùlé ní family ó dẹ̀ níye èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé àwọn náà help so kò sí ẹnì kankan kò sí béèyàn yẹn ṣe lè láhun tó ní industry wa tí kò ní help ara wa tí a bá need the help so ẹ jọ ẹ máa put that into consideration tó máa gbéyàn wá sórí social media bóyá pa àwa ò ká mọ́ akànwò ń pé ẹni tó bá lè support why not but we are going to try to change that narrative débi pé àwa náà ò ní fira wa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn industries like art industry ní abroad ní UK ní US ìjọba ń help wọn so we just call on the government to actually create something even for our elderly kò yé ń sìn so I know àwọn èèyàn máa ní àṣàwọn mechanic ṣèjọba ń ṣe kinní kan ṣáwọn kinní kan wọ́n ń ṣe kinní kan ní trust fund àti ẹ̀rọ nígbà yẹn pé ẹ jẹ́ a máa put owó sínú pọ́ọ̀sì kan o tó máa dín pé gbogbo wa máa ná later so I need people to understand okay we don't have it and we are learning we are getting better and the fact that these people were not paid ní ayé ìgbà yẹn náà tí wọ́n máa ń bára wọn ṣe wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ní there is this popular saying tí bàbá àgbà kò máa ń sọ wọ́n máa ti pè yín sí location wọ́n máa ní ẹ fi ṣòkú mi ní ìgbà yẹn náà wọ́n máa ní bọ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ tí ìkú fi the last one ṣòkú yín wọ́n máa ní ẹ fi lè ṣe wake keeping ẹ fi lè ṣe kinní kan wọ́n máa ní tí n bá kú ẹ sọ mí sáàtàn and all of that so we do it for each other and we do it because we love the industry our industry just because of the money we are going to get theatre is something I can do without getting paid tí kò dẹ̀ ní ní lára apart from humanitarian of course.
Okay, the beauty of ìtẹ̀ ìṣe yìí tí ó jẹ́ kí ni ìlú ṣe ní pé ẹ sọ pé gbogbo owó tí ẹ bá pa lórí múvì ọjọ́ alẹ́ pé àwọn bàbá wa àti àwọn màmá wa ní wọ́n máa jẹ́ beneficiary ìṣàlàyé fún àwọn ọmọ tó wà nílé.
Yeah, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Well, I have been fortunate enough láti ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́, friends, family tí ó jẹ́ pé they are very willing to help. Just like when we were filming, Olaya Igwe came to the location, spent about 3 or 4 days with us, free of all charges. He didn't charge anything because he said, Ojo Ale, tèmi náà prepare. Jide Kosoko came on set, filmed with us, free of all charges. He didn't charge anything. Oga Bello came on set, filmed with us. He didn't charge anything. Ojo Pagogo came on set, filmed with us. He didn't charge anything. And other people, then they came on set, they filmed. Irú film yìí ń sìn tí n bá ní pé we accommodated about 100 people, and then ẹ tún ro crew mọ́ in a hotel for 2 weeks. Then you will understand. And mo ń sọ fún yàn kan pé we ate 2 màálù, a tún jẹ pálí ẹja bíi 15, a jẹ pálí ẹdìyẹ, apá ẹdìyẹ rẹpẹtẹ and all of that on that set, and we had a good time. So if we say we spend that much lórí a lot of things, tó bá jẹ́ ń pa máa ní láti sanwó cast mọ́. Fẹ́mi Adébáyọ̀ was telling me pé Doyin tó bá níbi tó fẹ́ fi mí sí nínú fíìmù yẹn, I'm happy to film with you. Unfortunately, mi ò rí ibi tí mo fẹ́ fi, má bínú. Oh, nírò nínú. So a lot of people came out and said, okay, let me support any way I can. And then so I've been fortunate enough to also have friends tó jẹ́ pé ẹlòmíì sọ pé Doyin o, ṣé màálù yín yẹn ti tán ni, ẹ jẹ́ n ra màálù fún yín o, nǹkan. So I have people that assisted me in like ways. Mi sọ pé owó mi ò sí ńbẹ̀ o, but I still have other people's support. And like I tell my children, if you are watching, you can listen. I told them, hey, logun kankan, because all your ogun, I'm helping you use it. Sorry, and on charity. So I love giving, and I love it. This industry has given me a lot of joy. So me, ní sọ pé mo ti ṣe film kan, bóyá mo wá make owó mi o nǹkan kan, but I get this joy from being there. That's my happy place, is this industry. So if the industry is struggling and I have ọ̀nà ẹyọ kan àbí méjì, mi sọ pé mo lè tán problem ta ní nínú industry wa, but tá bá ní ọ̀nà, ẹ wo Folúkẹ́ Dáramọ́lá, òun náà ní nǹkan tóun náà ń ṣe. So as far as we can bring these elders together and make them feel as part of us, mo mọ̀ pé àwọn audience wa náà kò ń ṣe pé ẹ máa kó arúgbó sínú film, wọn ò ní rà, wọn á wò pé àwọn old kìíní kan ni, so yẹn. But we have to reintroduce those old people to you. I posted one of the clips that Ajere have 5 wives, and somebody said, this is real bata wahala. It means the person kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe arúgbó lẹ́ni tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. It means the person is connecting it to ayé ìgbà yẹn. So what we try to do is keep their names tí wọ́n ń jẹ́ táwọn èèyàn mọ̀ wọ́n sí. Òun la pè wọ́n nínú fíìmù yẹn, a pè Kùkùté ní Kùkùté, Àkùkọ Ọ̀ṣun. So a pè gbogbo wọn lórúkọ tí wọ́n ń jẹ́ ńgbà yẹn, so that people will go like, ìyá ológìrè. So we kept them that way. So the owó tá bá generate from it, like I said, like not just from the sale of the film, from the premiere, do your charity. Mo mọ̀ pé èèyàn burúkú ti bèèyàn rere jẹ́ o. Ẹlòmíì ìgbà yẹn lèmi nílé Lẹ́kì, so tí máa nílé Lẹ́kì after this one, mọ̀ pé owó àwọn arúgbó yẹn mọ̀ ni. So tí àwọn èèyàn tí ẹ bá lè trust wa pé okay o, this is what you can do in your own little way. Kò ṣe tí ó wá sí ọwọ́ wa ní ìjọ event yẹn gangan, everything goes to them. And they also want to see the film, Cinema Standard Liar. Hopefully it will end up on Netflix and things like that. The money also goes to them. So you will start seeing, we are going to start producing a lot of Netflix. So we're going to have a YouTube page for them, because YouTube, ó lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n busy. So tó bá ti ń lọ pé àmú ń lọ bí iṣẹ́ o, tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ńgbà tó ń lọ lé náà wọ́n tún gbowó lọ. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ó máa dàbí ẹni pé they are useful. So they are always very happy to be part of any productions. So these people, amama kó wọn jáde fún yín kẹ́ lè mọ̀ pé they are alive. Àwọn producer mi gan mọ̀ pé lómi wà alive. If when City People was looking for contact details of the elderly to give awards to, and he said, Doyin, they fún mi ní details the 20 elders, be something that he asked for, and I gave him 100. And he said, 100 ni mo bèrè ni. I was like, well, so City People had to postpone his event just to accommodate this our àgbàlagbà, because I won't let any of them get it, because their belief is that gbogbo award tó ń ṣe mo mọra wọn, amọra wa. And but if City People if there's no avenue láti get gbogbo contact wọn, how do you get that? So, and that's what I've done. I've collected all like their data. I put them on a WhatsApp page. In fact, WhatsApp page was very interesting. Tí ẹ bá wá gbọ́ àwọn màmá yìí, Mama Egere, I'm not going to reveal your secret. So tẹ́ bá gbọ́ wọn bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀, bí everybody ṣe ń wà part of each other, and have fun. Is I go to that page, you go and listen, and then depression is over. So it's amazing. So we have a WhatsApp page where we bring in visitors, even city people. You've been one of our guests before on that page, and they ask a lot of questions. So you'll be seeing all these people that you don't know where they are. You'll be seeing them a lot on social media. Some of them don't have social media phones. They don't know how to use it. Ìgbà tí bàbá Papilolo náà máa lò for the first time, wọ́n ṣe báyìí. Ọmọ wọn sọ pé bàbá ẹ mo ti tẹ̀ ó yá ìsọ̀rọ̀. You can hear that from the, so it's very interesting. So we just want people to collaborate with us. Everything that comes goes, kò ní ṣe pé a fẹ́ fi sanwó staff. If tí n bá ń gba staff ń pé máa bá wọn upload, máa bá wọn ṣe kíní, I'll pay them from my own pocket. So kò ní ṣe pé a fẹ́ fi owó àwọn àgbàlagbà yẹn ṣe. Every money goes to them. And ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà náà, like I said, ẹni tí ò ti kọ́lé ní ìsìn, tí ẹ bá lówó kan, kò ní ṣe pé ẹ fẹ́ rò pé ẹ fẹ́ lọ kọ́lé ẹ ní ìdẹ. Àìkọ́lé ò mean anything. Ẹ kàn fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fẹ́ lòmíì jẹ. Gbogbo owó tẹ bá ní ìsìn is for you to eat, láti enjoy life yín. Kẹ́yìn náà wà happy. My father died at the age of 68. But when people were crying and my mom was sad, I cried because it's my dad. I just said, look, my dad lived a full life. What else does he need to do in life? Gongo, tí wọ́n ṣe really nothing. So I want the same for all this baba. So jẹ́ pé at least we try as much as possible to let you smile at the end of your life, and that's OJO Ale.
Let's talk about what are the things you found out in your interaction with some of them. Kí làwọn kan tí ó jẹ́ kí ẹ rò pé láti wá nǹkan ṣe sí àwọn tó wà nílẹ̀.
So I'm going to use this example. I'm not going to mention it. So one day I live in the UK. I live in London, and mo wà nílé níjọ́ kan ní bí 9 alẹ́ àbí 10. Bàbá kan wá ṣe fídíò, wọ́n wá send ẹ̀ sí mi. So on that video, ẹ rí pé òjò ń rọ̀, ó dẹ̀ ń wọnú ilé bàbá yẹn. And gbogbo bed, wọ́n kó àwọn everything. Bàbá yẹn wá jókòó sórí one single chair tí wọ́n ra ká síbẹ̀. Wọ́n wá ní, má bínú o, mo mọ̀ pé ó máa ń help mi o, ṣùgbọ́n mi ìfẹ́ fi kíní hàn ẹ́ tipẹ́tipẹ́. Òjò ti kún gbogbo lẹ́ńlẹ̀ and everything. And you look at them and say, wọ́n máa ń tán depression ẹlòmíì. And that made me sad that I live in a not flashy house, but I live in a room where I don't have to experience òjò ń rọ̀ rárá. Pé òjò affect me. And it made me sad pé another person will, like, I think the next week, go back to bedroom for one. You understand? And those are like few years ago. And then you like start saying, and then you start thinking, how many of them actually live like this that we don't know? So our idea is, let's create the platform so that, see, when I came to film, one of them was so unwell that we have to move the production for few days. Mo ń lọ sí hospital láti máa lọ nura fún wọn. Àgbàlagbà yẹn mi mọ̀ ọ́n rí tẹ́lẹ̀, but bọ́n yẹn sọ pé Doyin, nítorí ẹni yẹn very active member nínú group yẹn ni. And bí àwọn wò pé àmàgbóhùn màmá yìí láti jọjọ ẹni tó wà active, wọ́n bá ní pé ara wọn ò yá, wọ́n ti end up hospital, wọn lè sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. Bóyá so bá ṣe take her up ni bí ṣe dé Nigeria, but I went to the hospital, move her from one hospital to the other, and all of, she's still in my care, and she's talking now, and she's walking. She even has stroke. She's walking, like when they get like right help at the right time. And I think a lot of things can be averted. So we did that, and gbogbo wa nínú group yẹn náà, I just tell them, look, ẹ má rò ń pé wọ́n máa fi mí ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́, ẹni tí ò tí kú ò tí mọ orúkọ tó máa pa wọn. So àwa nínú group yìí láti fi mí ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́, àwa nínú group yìí láti sọ pé òrọ̀ rẹ̀ kìíní kan ṣẹlẹ̀ sí náà. We're in this group láti support each other. So ẹni tí nǹkan yẹn bá ń ṣe, tá a bá mọ̀, a máa sáré dìde sí yín láti support. Màmá kan ní ẹni tí ọmọ ẹ̀ ò bá ìlà, òun náà ti là. Because a lot of people say, àwọn ọmọ wọn náà ń kọ́ nǹkan. Ṣé mo pé àwọn ọmọ kan náà wọ́n rí àwọn òbí wọn àti pé màmá yìí, bàbá yìí ó useless. Pé kí ló tí ò lọ wá nǹkan míì ṣe bí engineer, bí doctor, but ibi tí ọkàn wọn wà náà ní theatre. Wọn ò dẹ̀ make end iṣẹ́ theatre. So mo sọ pé àwọn oní theatre ní ẹbí ara wa. So àwa ni ọmọ àwọn bàbá àti màmá yẹn, àlẹ́ láwọn ọmọ yín, but àwa náà máa help just for everyone to support.
Kí ni nǹkan lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ìlú ìbò pé ó ní owó táwọn ìjọba máa ń fún àwọn ní tíátà? Kí ni nǹkan táwọn náà lè ṣe níbi, kí ni nǹkan ọ̀rọ̀ ìyànjú wo lẹ máa gba àwọn ìjọba tó lè ṣe láti fi ran àwọn onítíátà lọ́wọ́
Okay, so
àgbàlagbà.
ṣe mọ̀ pé nígbà míì mi fẹ́ blame ìjọba, máa fẹ́ blame individuals. Ṣẹ́rí, we blame the government and say government, but our individual gangan ó dàbí kíjọba fún mi 20 million sì ń pé Doyin fi tọ́jú àwọn people yìí o, kémi ti kọ́kọ́ máa ronú bí n ṣe máa achieve 10 million nínú ẹ̀. The money does not get to the right people. It's like in the case of palliatives and things like that. By the time táwọn kan bá máa pín mọ́wọ́ tó máa padà bàjẹ́ ńlẹ̀ yín, báwo lèèyàn ṣe ń bẹ́rì owó sílẹ̀ ńlẹ̀? What's wrong with people? So it's not like ìjọba, it's people gangan láti wò ó pé kán create like something, àwọn tí kán wo àwọn tí wọ́n ní ọkàn gangan tán ní ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run, tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ìjọ́ kan àwọn náà máa wà ní ipò tí àwọn àgbààgbà yìí wà, tí àwọn náà dẹ̀ wò ó pé mo fẹ́ débẹ̀. So kán bá put to these right people so that the right support tíjọba bá ń fún wọn á máa dọ́dọ̀ wọn. So it's not only about àwọn actors or actresses. Now we have NIN in Nigeria tí ó ti ń mọ̀ pé ẹni yìí lẹ́ni yìí tòótọ́ o, kò ń ṣègbà tá a máa ń lo orí òǹjorí àbí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, but àbí orí olórí yeah. So but now you know people, we can encourage àwọn àgbààgbà wa pé ó yẹ lọ register o kíjọba lè máa ṣe nǹkan kan fún yín yàtọ̀ ságbààgbà theatre gangan. Àwọn àgbààgbà ní UK tán bá ti ń wọ 60-65 wọ́n máa ní free bus pass àbí train pass tó máa gbé wọn káàkiri, irú wọn BRT nǹkan ó gbọ́dọ̀ free fún wọn so that they can have free movement. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ẹlòmíì ìjókòó pa sílé, àìlówó mọ́tò ló máa jẹ́ kẹ́lòmíì jókòó pa sílé. Bí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ ṣe ń jókòó nǹkan tó bá lò you lose it. Bó bá ń jókòó pa sílé náà wọ́n máa sick sí, wọn ò dẹ̀ ní pẹ́ kú. But if they give them the freedom láti sọ pé okay o, bí tán bá fẹ́ lọ sí kinní kan tó bá wọ mọ́tò kinní kan ní àárín Lagos state ni o, kí other state kí different state ṣe different one láti encourage àgbààgbà láti máa jáde. Ṣé ti understand? So and then tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ lè wò ó pé okay o, àwọn people yìí o, àwọn wo ni wọn ò ṣe dáadáa o, tí wọn lè meet basic need, kán wò ó pé okay ẹni tí ó bá ní bóyá bí ní UK wọ́n á ní tó bá ti ní bóyá bí £16,000 in a year o, tó bá ní lower than that o need the help, tó bá ní higher than that then o wà okay o lè live on family of kinní kan. So kán wo àgbààgbà yín pé okay after the age of this o, wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìjọba ni wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fún pension like benefits for them, tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ó lè ká nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ. Ẹ má ràn yàn rice, ẹ bá rán àwọn èèyàn kan lọ bá wọn ra rice tán máa ní ẹ ra 150 náà máa rà. So kí owó yẹn kó máa lọ from the government purse direct to this ṣe bá ń ṣe censorship and all of that. Ẹ ti mọ èjì a lot of people, ẹ kàn ní láti mọ̀ pé okay léyìí ti kú o bọ́n ṣe ń san pension. So the government can do better also for all àgbàlagbà, not just the àgbàlagbà in our industry. Àgbàlagbà industry wa dẹ̀ rèé ó easy láti ṣe nítorí we have associations now. Adẹ̀ láwọn tí wọn belong sí association. Irú àwa ń sìn, àwa ń collect data àwọn àgbààgbà. So people like me, I can volunteer the details, obviously confidentiality were important. So I will ask the elderly, pé nǹkan báyìí náà nídìí ń pa yín o, should I give it to them? And everybody will be happy láti jẹ́ nǹkan kan. I just want the government to also help us, help the associations to help their elderly. Tó bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé healthcare lẹ́tì ẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ fi help wa, and then bó ṣe ń create minister for kinní community ẹ̀ mọ difference nínú minister àti senator anyway. So tó bá ṣe ń create àwọn posts yẹn bóyá kán wà ìkan kó máa look for after the elders affairs or something like that, maybe in the movie industry you can do that, in the mechanic industry you can do that, in the whatever iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ industry. So it can be done so that àwa tí a mọ àwọn people yẹn one on one. Èèyàn kan lọ sórí kiri mo ń sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ní bàbá Látùpá wà láyé o, ẹ má gbàgbé wọn o. And I went on the Great Thespians platform. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ta ló ń jẹ́ bàbá Látùpá o, a ní láti fún wọn láǹkárá kan wá sí event yìí o. And somebody said, oh màá bá yín wá nọ́mbà ẹ̀. Òótọ́ ni. So they will keep remembering each other. It was like when we created the platform, bàbá Ọlọ́fààná ló ń sọ pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o kíní kan ọ̀rẹ́ mi ẹ bá ń wá kan o, and then à ń wá gbogbo wọn kan, and then get number wọn. Ó kàn jẹ́ pé àwọn tí wọn ní WhatsApp be good phones. So any phone companies náà ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ wá fún wa phones. We have a lot of them. Baba Jere náà wọn ní phone o, kò ń ṣe pé à ń tọrọ bára o. But tí ẹ bá fẹ́ ká collaborate, we can do better. We can advertise for you to give us something, because a fẹ́ kí wọ́n ríra wọn bí ẹni pọ́n fi wọ́n tọrọ bára àtọ̀ àtọrọ bára. We just want to collaborate with like companies, work and get paid. We don't want handouts. We want to collaborate with you and work for you and pay us for our work.
Can you tell us a bit about the person of Olofemi? How does it feel that knowing that you've had a relationship with him for
A
a
while.
while now?
And even on the Great Thespians platform, Baba Olofano is my manager, because I have a lot of agbalagba that they are fighting to marry me. You understand? So on that platform, don't worry, all of us we just marry each other and on the platform. So a lot of them are now fighting to marry me. So I employed Baba Olofano as my own personal manager. Ipe ẹni tó bá fẹ́ fẹ́ mi o, ẹ lọ gba ẹ lọ fún Baba Olofano ní bribe. Wọ́n á lè bá mi sọ̀rọ̀, and it was going good. It was a very good part of the platform as well. But unfortunately, before we started the production, he it was part. So if you watch the film, you will see there is Ede in the film and there's Ila Kiko. And when you look at the Ila, they even sang this song. Let me sing it. Don't mind noise. They said, Tabaso nu karira wari, òun ni Yorùbá fi ń kọlà. Nípé tabaso nu karira wa ni Yorùbá fi ń kọlà. So Ila is like a postcode tí ó jẹ́ bí address láyé ìgbà yẹn. Wọ́n á ti mọ̀ pé ọmọ ilé báyìí ni ọmọ yìí tó sọnù. So that's in the film, and it's only because of Baba Olofano tí mo fi create scene. So and he messaged me on the 24th of August to describe the location and all of that, and then our location in Goya be 29 or something, and then we started calling him and we couldn't get through to him. But I'm padà get through to him láwọn wà hospital for 3 weeks. So kíní yẹn ṣe wọ́n fast, and it's really sad. So then I messaged him after, okay, I'm going to move your scene forward. Nípé àníyá, àmàmàyá at a later date. So I think we gave it a month. Wọ́n á tún wá pè wọ́n pé Baba Olofano róòlù yín o, àti ready láti yá o. Wọ́n wá ní àwọn ọmọ àwọn ò ní jẹ́ kí àwọn jáde. So I didn't know that his health wípé wọ́n ti depreciate gan. Tàdé ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ tán sọ pé wọn ò ní fẹ́ káwọn jáde, àwọn need láti get better. And now said okay, torí a fẹ́ premiere because we were thinking of premiering it by December. Pé ẹ má wọrí lágbára Ọlọ́run, the next one ẹ máa wà ń bẹ̀, but for now eléyìí o, a máa ní láti go ahead. So a wá padà sọ nínú fíìmù yẹn pé nígbà tó ń wá ẹni yẹn délùú Ẹdẹ, tó ń wá débẹ̀, wọ́n wá ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ó ti kú. Ó máa ń pa àgàn la fẹnu pa Baba Olofano. So and then we just managed the scene without him. And when I got to Nigeria on the 29th of December, and they were calling me, and I didn't know at that point he's depreciated a lot. So they keep taking him back and forth to the hospital until he died. So it's really sad. Like say he was there 1 minute and he wasn't there the next minute. He's an amazing man. He was very supportive of this platform, and he said one thing. He said, Doyin, the only reason tí ma fi wà nínú platform yìí because he's a man with pride. You understand? He said, nǹkan tí ma fi wà nínú ẹ̀ ní pé kò ń ṣe ń pé ó fẹ́ fi wá tọrọ bárà. Ó sọ pé iṣẹ́ là á ṣe tá a fi jàre òṣì. That's how he said it exactly. He said, iṣẹ́ là á ṣe tá a fi jàre òṣì. Òun ni mo fi máa wà ní part of this platform. And he was very, very supportive. So may God rest his soul. This film is also dedicated to him.
You attended the burial. How was it?
It was amazing. Ọmọ ẹni tó bá yín pé bá ṣe ń papọ̀ look after òkú, look after aláìsàn, a ṣe máa ń look after òkú náà nígbà míì. Bóyá yẹ kò sẹ́ni tó máa kú. But they gave him a very nice buffet. I was there for the 8 days burial. 8 days. I wasn't there for the burial. The 8 days prayer in Ede. But it was amazing seeing people. And Baba Fokoko, I'm very, very sorry. He cried through the party. I had to go sit with him because if Baba Fokoko have 3 allies, they are Arometa, Ogumajek, Baba Fokoko, and Olofino. So Ogumajek died, Olofino died, and it was only him. So it was really sad. And Baba Jogomi, well done for what you did for Baba Olofino. They were very close as well. So those are the most affected.
Let's talk about Amodu and data. How did it all start? Was it something you thought about when you were young, or how did you, relationship with acting, how did it start?
Maybe growing up, maybe I was a drama queen growing up. Like ọmọ yìí lè sọ̀rọ̀ jù, ó lè ṣe kìnnì kan jà. After my secondary school education,
Where?
I went to
Where?
Ansarudin Islamic High School in Kwara State, which is they call the town Ipe, and I was in boarding school. So I'm not from Kwara State, I'm a Lagosian. So I'm from, but Kwara is still very nice home to me. So I love you guys, the Kwaranians. So I went to, so I was in boarding school throughout my secondary school education. My primary, I went to Lagos Anglican Girls Seminary. Then I went to Antioch Girls High School. Then moved to that's Ansarudin Islamic High School, Ipe, in Kwara State. And I graduated, and so I started retaking my JAMB and everything. I got admitted to Bida Poly for civil engineering, and my dad was like, Doyin, you're not doing civil engineering, you must be a doctor. And I was looking at him like, doctor, me that I'm scared of Oku. If I see a dead person now, I'll be dead too. So my dad insisted, so I didn't go. So I decided to join Babs course. It was Babs course Film Productions then. That's owned by Jide Kosoko. So that's Babs course Film Production. And that was in Jibo, it was in Fade at that point. So I went there and I said, I went to his secretary like, I want to do theater. And then she said, okay, the form to register is 500 naira. So I didn't have the 500 naira. My dad, but me, I'm the one that cooks soup in our house. But my friends now will be saying, La ye cooking, Dano. I was the one cooking. So I was stealing from the OJO. I'm so sorry, I have to say this on national TV. So I was stealing from the OJO. So at that point, when I went there, I had 250 naira with me. So immediately I was like, they said yes. So I paid 250 naira and they gave me the form. I filled everything and they said, okay, when you pay the balance of 250 naira, you can come and start. So I paid that 250 naira. So I now say, strategy will mafini this another 250 naira. Antori, removing 250 naira from Obe is too much. That was too much at that time. So I then went to the market and luckily I found this fish. There was a lot of them. I was like, so I bought it, so I saved 250. So when I got home, we cooked the soup. I didn't know it's this fish, that fresh one that always have bone, like the bone in the fish. So my dad was eating it like, and he started like, right? So I paid my balance of 250. My dad, may your gentle soul rest in peace. I told him in his lifetime that I used to steal from him. So I paid the 250 and that was how I joined. My parents.
What year was this?
It was in 95. Okay. It was in 1995. And my parents were like, theater. And my dad was an accountant. So, and my mom was working with UTC at that point. My dad was like, always life way away. I was like, my always go to always to this see the theater. You see, me, I can relate with a lot of our elders that kept on doing the job, even when they know they are not getting paid. So I can relate with that because it's our happy place. So I wasn't getting money. We still have to go to Ajiran, Diroko, and all of that to film. We still have to hold our feeding allowance and our money. We still have to sleep on the mat. In those days, Lalude, all of us would sleep on the mat in somebody's house to go and film. That was what was happening then.
But what did you see that made you get
my interest?
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it this film? Was it Omolade by Jide Kosoko then? So it was Omolade, and that was how I got their address. You know, the days of OJO, the jacket distribution. So I got the address from like, I'm just gonna act. Everybody keeps saying, Doyin, you'll be a good actor because I'm a drama queen. So they say, only act. I did a bit of modeling as well. So then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna act. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know what to do with my life, and I know that acting will give me that. And it was those days when they will now lie that there's one modeling job that all of you should pay, and then you get to the place and there's no modeling job. You've all paid some money. Then so I went to few and I was like, oh, in theater, Jari. And that was it. And then I still furthered my education and just kept going alongside theater.
So how did UK come in?
Okay, so before I went to the UK, I was doing well, they started knowing me in some films. People started recognizing me. I did one film, Baba Kansu series with Galaxy TV. Kukute was the producer of that. So I was the lead cast in that. And people of Ibadan would see me and say, ah, Baba Kansu and all of that. They would sing. And it wasn't the day of social media or YouTube then. So, and when people started recognizing me, my mom was like, ah, I want you to travel to UK. I was like, ah, one producer said, you are doing well now. Why do you need to travel abroad? So I featured in few films at that point, and he said, why are you going to go to the UK? To send your children. I had two girls there, and my mom just kept saying like, you have to live in the UK. So I I think I did UK for my mom, and then I moved to the UK, and then the industry, everything just stopped. So I did my first film in the UK in 2009. Um, the likes of Amodu. It's been a while since we see him on screen, but watch out, though, he's still coming back. Amodu. And so it was, what's that from? Ojijiola. I did that and I did part of it in Nigeria. And then I've just moved on from there. And when I came to Nigeria, like, I want to be featuring elderly. So they said, your film will not sell. Oh. But I had to think like, okay, do I really want, I'm okay, I can feed myself. So do I really care about if the film sells or not, or just to fulfill? Because I was so sad when Pakasmo, we were so close. So when Pakasmo died, and I called him one day after how many years, and he couldn't see them. And I called him and I said, do you know who is speaking? And he said, Doyin. And I was like, oh my God, he remembers me. And just I said, okay, I'm coming to Nigeria, I'll see you at this point. And then before I got to Nigeria, he died. So I just thought, why delay anything? I'll just keep delaying it until I get rich, until I have money, until I do this, and you'll never do it. So we have now started with no money, but we are going to get a lot of money. And me and these Arugos, we're going to have fun. We're going to have the UK premiere also very soon. And then we will all be traveling. If Dubai didn't even seize our visa, you will have seen me and these old people in Dubai. Watch out.
Like how many movies have you done now? What UK years? In terms of production.
I've done few. I've produced few for friends. I've done few that I think I even have 5 that is there. With me, I'm never satisfied. I went to London Southbank University. I studied film practice. So I graduated in film practice. So I majored directing, producing and directing. So and then when you now became a director and then you went to film school in the UK, and then you'll be looking at your film, you say, is it good enough? Wait, keep it, wait. I'll still see what I can do. That's how I have about 5 films. Still waiting with the editor to say, ma, this is a good film. I'll say, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. But this our OJO is good enough. So I have few films I've produced in the past, but I don't know, maybe because I'm only thinking of OJO for now, so I can't mention, but it's all on social media.
What's the situation like for those in the movie industry in the UK? How are you guys coping with the challenges of acting, directing, producing, and all that?
Well, acting in the UK is not as rewarding yet. Some people do like extras in like Netflix films, British films, Hollywood films, and still get good payout of that. And my daughter is also like an actor, and that's all she makes her money from. For not for like the Nigerian, but for Nollywood in the UK, we are still trying to build that so that we don't have to come to Nigeria to make films. We can make films in the UK. We can bring our actors over to the UK to make films. So we are working on that when we start collaborating, because in the UK you have to work, you have to pay your bill. So because you have to pay your bill, you have to prioritize the job that you are going to do to pay that bill. So if I'm filming in the UK, you will see me bring my cameraman from Nigeria. I'll just take him to the UK and say, You're not going to tell me that I'm going to do early morning, I'm going to do any job. So you just stay here. Whenever we need to film, we just film with the actors on ground. So that's been working for me. But UK is still work in progress for Nollywood.
How about um, how challenging has it been with your job as TAMPAN
President.
president in the UK?
Tampan. Yeah, well, because this industry is what I love doing, and because with me, I've been there since '95. So me and the people that know each other, they are the ones that are like the likes of Femi, other Shola Kosoko, and all of that. So they are the likes of the people that have been in the industry for that long. Like the newer generation have been in the UK, so they are like kind of new to me. So the challenges, I have good team, I have good executives that work with me in the UK to make it easier for me, because I also work as a support worker also. And so I work with children with challenging behaviors. Sometimes I was working with elderly at the point in the UK, but every shift I cry. I will always cry because they will tell you this pathetic story. Some of them will say, they'll wake up in the morning and say, they'll tell their husband that is dead and say, oh, I'm still here, but don't worry, I'm coming to you soon. And they will be making me cry. So I think I have passion for the elderly. So I always cry. So I stick with working with teenagers that I can better their life and become better people in life. Um, and they've been naughty children for one reason or the other. So I just work with teenagers in the UK. So I have that job. I'm being Tampan president. And you can see, as you can see also, I love traveling. So I travel too much. People will call me and say, "Ilu wo lo wa n sin?" So I traveled. I'm so sorry. I know I was meant to do this interview in Yoruba, but I hope you can get some of the Yoruba. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ.
Let's talk about the number of members that you have, like your members,
In the
TAMPAN
UK.
members in the UK. Averagely, like how many?
We are under 100, about 70 something.
How do you manage that huge number?
We have a WhatsApp platform, and because we all understand our busy schedule, and so we have face to face this month, virtual next month, because our members are all over the UK. So, and I'm based in London. So we meet virtually, and we just pass on information. And because we have that platform, we have the WhatsApp platform that we can just celebrate and relate with each other. And if there's any production, we tell each other and all of that. So, social media or WhatsApp, it's got its social media has got its advantages and disadvantages. So that's an advantage to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.